Hello, Dawnsbury citizens. We are here to save the world. Literally, in this case, because we have discovered that this profane barrier will expand and kill everything non-evil in the world to try to stop this from happening, in a world where everyone has to become evil. We have gone to heaven itself, secured the Tiara of Open Skies, which will allow us to dispel the barrier and put an end to it. So we need to level up to 8, and then we need to continue. And as a minor aside here, I realized one of the things that I found so charming about this game. It reminds me of playing StarCraft and Warcraft 3 when I was younger, where, you know, you have a cutscene and characters are established and story happens, and then you have a mission, and then cutscene and story repeat, basically, right? And nowadays it feels like everyone's so obsessed about, oh, we want all this flexibility and stuff, but that also detracts from the story a lot of time if you encounter things in weird orders, or it means you can't have as cohesive of a big story, and it means you have to have more minor things. So I still definitely enjoy this. So let's get to leveling up. Level 8 Bard Feat, Chaotic Spell. We have a chance to deal extra stuff, or Inspire Heroics. You cast Inspire Courage, Inspire Defense, and Song of Strength in the heroic versions. So we could cast Inspire Heroics, which means we'll get like +2 bonus on a success. But if we fail, we don't spend the focus points. So it's basically like 3 times we get a bonus there. But we're already using... I don't know. I guess that could be helpful. What are our other options? Chaotic Spell, I'm feeling really we're generally not casting Elemental Spell. Steady Spellcast and we're normally not getting interrupted. Triple Time. I mean, it's not bad. Inspire Defense. That looks more tempting. Get a status bonus to AC if we can't. Keep in mind, this does not combine with our Dirge of Doom, so we need to pick one. Extra 2 level spots, never horrible. I don't really care about that. Let's try Inspire Defense, and we'll swap things if ever needed down in the future. The Inspire Heroics, if we didn't have the Cleric, that would be more interesting. But since we already have Bless that we can expand... I guess you could argue if you have a fight that's like super serious right out of the bat, we may need a bunch of extra damage, and we may just want to be doing Inspire Heroics. I guess that would be the argument, right? Okay, you know what? We'll go with Inspire Heroics and see how it is. We can always cast, like, Blessing of Protection or Circle of Protection or something for that. We get another level 4 spell. We have Phantasmal Killer, level 2 Invisibility. What do we care about? A lot of these are just kind of it feels like. March the Tsunami. We get a +1 to some saves and attack rolls, but our cantrips are already better than that. Fly is potentially very useful in some circumstances. Is there anything that we want to upcast that is significant? I'm thinking no. Fear at level 3 is good, but I think we may have already had other things, so whatever, it's good enough. Fly in case we ever need it. Okay. Blind Fight, ooh, I like that. Deadly Aim. We have -2 to attack, +4 to damage. We have struggled enough hitting stuff right now, so we're not going to do that. Warden's Boon. You grant the benefits of Hunt Prey in your Hunter's Edge. Huh. You gain the benefits of Hunt Prey and your Hunter's Edge to the target ally until the end of their next turn. So for one action, we give an extra 1d8 precision damage to an ally if they hit. That is actually kind of tempting. Benefit of Blind Fight is it helps a lot fighting in concealed or invisible creatures. Warden's Boon allows us to add an extra d4 if one of our allies hits, which is not the best at this level. I think at level 10 or 11, our Hunter's Prey doubles to 2d8, which would make that a lot more interesting. Because the problems are for giving up an attack with this, right? Right now we're dealing 2d6 plus 1 plus basically potentially another 2d6, so I think we can generally assume 3d6 plus 1, so that's 11.5 damage. So we have a 10% chance to hit, that's about 1 damage. So this is stronger than taking another attack at low percentage to hit. But unless we're hasted, I mean, I guess the idea is like we Hunt Prey, we Hunted Shot, and we Warden's Boon. Or if it's something we really struggle to hit, and we've already marked it, we do the Deadly Aim, not the Deadly Aim, whatever that's called. Hunter's Aim, followed by Warden's Boon. But Blind Fight is just so useful when it's needed. It's good to stealth things. It means that if they're invisible or concealed, you don't have the miss chance. Let's try Warden's Boon. I've never used it before. We'll see how it turns out. Okay. Because remember, it's not they don't even have the damage guaranteed either. I feel it's a little underwhelming, but we'll see. Okay. Smite Evil. You do an extra 4 good damage. That is very tempting. Second Ally, which could be a Shield Ally. Nah, Animal Companion. We just full on swapped them all at this point, haven't we? So we're not going to do that. Quick Shield Blot, we're not doing that. So either we get an extra focus point, or we get Smite Evil, which gives us extra good damage, which is particularly good against demons when we often trigger a weakness that's 5 or 10. So I think I'm going to go with Smite Evil. Advanced Deity's Domain is tempting, though. So we have 1. So this is effectively level 1, 2, 4, 6, 8. Are we missing a feat here? So this is level 8, so we should have 1, 2, 4. We'll take a look at it in a moment. Okay, let's just mark done there. And our cleric. What do we got? We only have 2 focus points right now. Whenever an ally you can see falls to 0 hit points, we immediately gain a focus point. One of the problems with this is we're mainly giving the healer blessing or bit of luck, so I'd rather give them the buff in advance. So I think we can go for Rebuke Death, which can get people back on their feet and try to recover. I think that's probably what we're going to go with here. Okay. Let's look at Tokdar's feats. What do we got here? Ranged Reprisal, Fiend's Bane, Oath, Deity's Domain. Okay, that's what it was. Here we have 2 focus points right now. I think I'm good with that. Because Smite Evil and Attack of Opportunity are both level 6. So those are the 2 things we'd have to potentially give up for the extra focus point. Okay. Let's take a look at the shop. We got things we can be selling. +1 striking, we don't need that. Sturdy Shield Minor, we don't need that. +1 Warhammer, nope. Striking Longsword. We could potentially use the Striking Wind. No one can use the Cone of Cold, so sell that. Powered Blind. No one can use that, but I'm going to hold on to it in case we somehow want to trick it. It is a It's more than just damage. It is a specific thing that seems particularly helpful. I think we're getting to the point where we can start selling these lesser healing potions. We just have so many other resources, I don't really ever see us using them. Well, we'll hold on to some of them, maybe. Just not as many. We have a shock here. What can we attach the shock to? Can't attach it to this right here. But we are in need of some more scrolls. So Anna, our bard, is our undead killer as well, with a disrupting cold iron maul. Tokdar has flame. You deal extra damage to lawful. I mean, ideally we'd have axiomatic, but she couldn't even use it. So if you ever face anything lawful, she gets a bonus against that, which is something. So level 4 spells cost 70 gold, 30 gold, 12 gold. We get 75% of the benefit for 40% of the cost. Or we can downgrade it again to level 2 scrolls, and we get half the benefit for about a sixth of the cost. We're starting to strike a balance here. I think I'm going to go with the level 3 scrolls. We can afford a good chunk of them. That'll help us keep going if we need them. Okay. We do get anything new for level 8. We already have one set of the Lover's Gloves. Greater Backfile Mantle. Not something we're generally too worried about. Double Resonance. Hooray. The Fleet Step, I think, gives us... I think that's a big bonus. Let's check here if I'm remembering what this is correctly. Well, it's not there. It is a level 1 spell, apparently. Is that a cantrip? Warp Step. I think Fleet Step gives like 30 feet of movement for the rest of the encounter. So that seems like that could be helpful. And that's for the alertness. Okay. Well, let's come back to that in a moment. Consumables, flying, quickness, greater invisibility. Those aren't bad either. Something to consider. Potentially getting people. Runes. We have Thundering, Shock, Frost, Flaming, Corrosive. Corrosive with Acid is generally pretty useful, and they changed how it works here. It deals persistent acid damage on a crit rather than damaging items, which makes sense in the context of this game. The problem is, where would we put it? Well, one thing we can do, so if we ever want the longsword, we should take the cold iron here and swap that. Because here's what I'm worried about. Remember those oozes we fought? If they took electricity damage, they split. So don't think we necessarily want to throw electricity damage on those. In theory, we could get like a corrosive rune in the hopes we find a +2 rune. But it's probably lower priority. Armor of Resilient, though, that's useful here. At a minimum, let's get one. Well, let's get one for everyone. Which means we barely have enough to buy a corrosive. So let's look at the Aeon Stone stuff again. Get a bonus to perception. 2 hit points. Eh. False Life level 2 does not give much. And Resonator of Bless. So that bad boy in there, okay. Anna's the weakest, right? I don't really see her ever casting Bless is the problem. Because she'll either... Right, she'll either use her composition song, or Staffy will be casting Bless. I find it really unlikely Anna's ever going to do it, let alone on a scroll. I guess we can slam these in the bag of holding in case we need to get them. Okay, we have 43 gold left. Hopefully we get more. That should be fine. Alright, looks like it is time. Let's see, returning back from our point of light, we feel emboldened by the support of archangels themselves, and we're ready to descend once again into the Aeon structure to take down the Profane barrier. This living spell that threatens all that's good in the world. We have one last chance to purchase equipment before we need to face our most powerful opponents. Alright, let's dance.
That's a lot of demons.
The Starborn is aware we are coming.
Come closer! I will tear off your heads!
You are not so confident now, are you, sweeties?
Your interference ends here, mortals. Now you will feel the wrath of the Starborn.
We have no fear, demon. Prepare yourself for a slaughter.
Dokdar? But shouldn't we flee? There's so many of them.
Not for much longer, Safi. Battle leader, give the command.
Are you confident in this, Tokdar?
Yes, battle leader. I see it in their eyes.
Very well then. Ready your weapons, team.
Are you being serious? Do you not see the numerical disadvantage you're in?
Safi, activate the tiara.
I always wanted to cast a 10th level spell. Disjunction!
Barrier disintegrated! We're vulnerable!
They can attack now?
Oh, this is way above my level. I'm out of here.
I will wreck your face another time!
Though I'm sure I could take on the Dawnsbury 4, I think it might be more prudent to cast Dimension Door.
Cowards! Stand and fight for your lord.
As I expected, demons are high on bravado and low on bravery.
Do not laugh, mortal. I alone am powerful enough to defeat you.
Then you now have a chance to prove it.
Well, that's disappointing. I was ready to throw down with all of them. Oh, wait, right. Alright, we have a Brimrack, level 5. We'll cast a Fireball and does fire damage. 2 Babaus, level 6s. And a level 9 Vrock. These things actually are pretty nasty. Deal Spore Clouds, which leave spores growing in you. Stunning Screech, which can stun us. Attack of Opportunity. They can attack twice. Okay. But if they fail a saving throw against an emotion effect, it takes 46 mental damage. So, 28 AC, 24. So we'll probably want to take out some of the other stuff first. Oh, that's a funny icon there, Warden's Boon. Hey, look at that! Okay. For this first turn, let's go after you. Gravity Weapon. Hunted Shot. 35. Weakness to holy, weakness to good, weakness to cold iron. Yep. Safi, this is a good time to cast Bless here, I think. And give a blessing to Tokdar. Who I'm going to want to remain close enough to act. And we're going after that over there, right? Well, that provokes right because we're in his reach. Okay, well, I guess we're moving up then. Anna, I want you... Let's see this rock clap. He's saved, but he still can't use reactions, which is helpful to us. So why don't we inspire some heroics which fail. Alright, time for ouch time now. We're trying to take that fella down. And we have a good chance to hit already. So then I guess we strike out again. And we're like, hey, hit that guy. Increase our bless radius. You're down about 40 hit points. Here, have a level 3 heal, which, no, you're out of range. In that case, don't have a level 3 heal. Let's move up. Alright, so we're going to try this for the first time. And miss. And miss. Okay. Well, could have gone better. Sustain roaring applause. I want to do... Let's do a lingering dirge of doom. Alright, so everyone's frightened now. Do we take the attack of opportunity? I feel like we don't. Well, that could have gone better. We're both stunned too, so we couldn't use reactions. So maybe I should have done something there, but it's not the end of the world. We can only heal once per day with that, so we're not going to spend it here. Let's plan on taking out this other Brimarack here. Zafi is stunned 1, but we can keep increasing the bless radius. Tokdar, this is a good time for us to lay on hands ourselves. Plus 32 hit points. You can only do the stun once, though. I want to see if he hits somebody else. Oh, now he flew too far away, so I wasted the reaction again. Okay. I am sometimes not great at this. Nope. Okay. Tokdar, have a level 3 heal. Increase the bless radius. Tokdar, take a step over here. Smack this guy. Sustain roaring applause. We rolled a 1 and a 2. Perfect. Okay. I don't want to use Hunter's Aim because I think we're going to kill it here. Yep. Let's do a Hunt Prey. And tell you to go for him. Okay, we got Cleric spells. Have a Healer's Blessing. And we'll give you a level 3 heal as well. And let's smite this guy. Dealt 32 damage. That didn't do any extra damage. Okay. I guess it's a bug. He's nearly down. Sustain roaring applause. I think getting this guy down is worth it, but he didn't go quite down. Now he is. Alright. Got a Hunter's Aim there. Eliminated a mirror image. You can toss another heal here. Anna will get the chance to go next. So we'll move down to here. Smite Evil. Mirror Image eliminated. Sustain Roaring Applause. Dirge of Doom. Do we have a clear shot? No. Yes. Okay. 65 and 40 versus 75. We'll test the Warden's Boon again. So let's heal our blessing ourselves. Good Divine Lance. Yeah, that's just not working. Okay. Sustain roaring applause. Just got smacked good there. 19, 17, 19. I think we have this enough in the bag, I don't want to use that. Okay, I'm going to burn the scroll. That's very cheap. Sustained roaring applause. Pick up the maul, kip up. Missed. Hit.
I don't think the Profane barrier is destroyed. More like suppressed.
I agree. But now, we have a clear path to the ritual room. We'll have to make a break for it without any further rest until we get there, team.
Should we conserve our spell slots?
No. We need to survive each encounter first. But this is a good time to make use of our consumables. Scarlet, lead the way. Get us to the ritual room.
Alright. I still wanted to throw down with all of those. A +2 striking shortbow. Well. At a minimum, we can slap that over here. I don't know that I want to put a shocking thing on that given the oozes we found, because if we found another ooze, it would basically be useless against that. Okay, well, we'll see what else we find. Most demons are aflame, but the Starborn's undead mages are too single-minded to leave.
A dead end. But there's a door to the right.
A corridor that ends like this? Never a dead end.
Good point, Tokdar. Scarlet, check for secret doors.
Hollow. There's something behind this wall, but I can't find the mechanism.
Not even if you take 20?
There's no secret door in this wall. We'll need to go through the room to the right. Undead.
Undead wizards. The interlopers are in fireball formation.
We really should stop doing that.
There's nothing we can do about it. The corridors are narrow.
Then die.
Alright, we have a Ghost Mage, level 10, and a Supreme Skeletal Mage, level 7. Ghost Mage is going to be incorporeal. Cone of Cold and Bone Shaker. Ouch, so let's try not to get hit with that. So, I'm going to be ready for them all to get hit by the Cone of Cold here. Like that. Oh! Well, that was very lucky of us. Only one person failed. Okay. So, he's incorporeal. We're going to have trouble taking him out. I want to try to take out the skeleton. He's going to be easier to take out. He has less AC, less HP, and doesn't have 10 resistance to like everything. This will force him to take a step back at least when he wants to cast. Guess we can do Lingering Dirge of Doom here. He has to step back. Lightning Bolt. Oof. Okay, let's hunt prey. Hunted shot. Can't do Disrupt Undead from here. We can toss out Healer's Blessings.
That's a lot of zombies.
Low-level trash. We'll burn through them easily.
I guess he's going through that room. Okay. Fine with me. Alright, he's out of the picture. They're all going to go before Safi gets to go, aren't they? Okay. Let's see if we can fight them not in the Profane circle, so they're not getting the bonuses at least. Okay, so I can stand right here, I guess. Cast our gravity weapon. And I don't know, hunt that guy. Okay, so if we cast this, 2 of them are blocked. Oh, we forgot to draw a scroll. I don't know that this is worth burning a max level spell on right now, though, honestly. You're dead. We're confused. We rolled a 1. Trying to tumble through Scarlet, who's confused after she hit them? That's brilliant. Okay. That works. Sure, I'll block it. We want to keep disrupting undead here. I guess we can... The Ghost Mage is really the only threat at this point. Alright, he saves, though. Did not take much. Four, 3, 1, okay. We're a little frightened. So we have to have Scarlet move out of the way. So let's move after Anna at a minimum. Anna... Let's try to wake Scarlet up here. That didn't work. But we can do this a few times. Wake up! Okay, recovered from confusion. Meta Magic, get that Dirge of Doom rolling. Doesn't affect some of them, obviously, that's fine. Or even, I guess, most of them at this point. Only affects the ghost, in fact. Oh, it's the ghost who's considered blocking what we have here. Oh, it's just a movement thing. I was like, I thought I could get through. These are really irrelevant. Let's try to hit that guy. Okay. The hunt prey on the Ghost Mage will not matter at all. So if we hit, we deal good damage and chaotic damage. And it's not weak to either of those. So I think it's time we pull out our Ghost Touch Maul and go to work. By which I mean miss twice, of course. Trying to disrupt undead. It's trying to frighten us all. While taking shelter in the Profane Circle. Let's force him to come to us. And kill everything else in the meantime. Alright, you gotta come over here, you stupid ghost. Ouch, telekinetic storm. That hurt right there. A lot. Okay, I guess we can just swing for right now. Choke Dart, I want you to hit some other people with the Healer's Blessing. Everyone has it now. We hit only for 13. Scarlet. Let's swing. It's not bad. Then Safi, we have several people at low health. I am going to burn one of our heals here. So he only took 11 damage, but we restored about 25 to 35 hit points on everyone else. Sure, we don't need the focus points. Just took more damage from the telekinetic storm. 66 damage every turn, basically. Frightened one. Make sure that fear stays there. Smite evil, so if we do hit, it's better, like that.
Scarlet, were the ancient Aeons experimenting with undeath?
Yes, but this is a personal laboratory of the Demon Lord.
A personal laboratory?
Notes on rituals and reanimation. Necromancy in general. He used necromancy to corrupt the living spell.
The spell itself will resist us.
Highly likely. He imbued the Profane Barrier with the power to animate the dead and summon monsters. There's more. The Demon Lord himself was researching lichdom.
He turned himself into a lich too? Does every villain do that now?
An ignorant choice. By becoming a lich, he only acquires more vulnerabilities.
He's not a lich. Not yet. The research is unfinished.
Good. Now, as for the path forward, I see no exit, but perhaps there is a secret door from this side.
Indeed.
Good. Now, refocus everyone. We're getting close.
Hooray! A +1 striking fearsome scythe. Scroll level 4 of invisibility. Let's swap that. Harm, I don't really see ourselves using. Okay. And Safi, have another scroll there. You're good. Time to... Pressing deeper towards the ritual room, you discover a laboratory, however you want to say it, where the Starborn was performing more experiments.
Explosions in the room to the left.
Weapons at the ready, everyone. Move in.
Burn everything. The adventurers will be here soon.
Enemies detected.
What? Soldiers! Kill them! We need more time.
Secure the room, team.
Alright, we have 6 enemies here. Door Wardens, level 5. Elite Clockwork Soldiers level 7 with reach and resistances to bludgeoning, piercing, slashing. Great. And Supreme Brimarack 7, so that's 4 level 7s and 2 level 5s. Which is the equivalent of... 2 level 7s is a... well, let's see. Level 5 and a level 7 is equivalent to level 8. So 2 level 8s and 2 level 7s, which is close to an equal fight here. So this may be a little rough. Let's see how we can go. And these are... they do have mines. These do not. These do. So we can Dirge of Doom. Okay. We also need the Brimarack to approach, don't we? I don't necessarily want to burn a bunch of other spells yet. Screw it. Toke Dark, Grats, you're now hidden. Alright, Lingering Dirge of Doom. Who dares approach us? Critical failed, still looking okay. See invisibility, Healer's Blessing. These Door Wardens haven't had the chance to move yet, have they? Oh, we didn't swap back to our bow. Well. Whoops. I don't really think there's anything else we can do except wait here. Alright. We get punted back, but we did some good damage. Alright, so we want to take you out. You've already used your reaction. Let's get that Lingering Dirge of Doom up. There's a good chunk of damage. Safi, let's get a Bless rolling. It's the last one we have today, but we have somebody with an Aeon Stone to toss it out. Healer's Blessing, Scarlet. There we go. Who's going next? The Clockwork Soldiers. They have a lot of AC and more hit points and a bunch of other things, so they're probably going to die later. We can move up to here. Well, here we can use our skirmish strike, or whatever. Step and then strike. Step to there, and then smack that thing. Sooner we can finish this off. There we go. Anna, we want to go for this thing. Missed. Missed. That was nice. In case you realized it happened fast, so we crit on it, which knocked it prone. So then it had to stand up, and then it only got to take one swing, basically. Okay, we are in this thing's threatened area, though, and I don't really like being in this thing's threatened area. So let's move away and give Anna this in preparation for a bigger heal next turn. Scarlet, we will swap back to the bow. Hunt prey. Hunted shot. Oh, that was actually a good crit. Did we roll a 20 and 18? Okay. Alright, now we're down to one demon and one other thing here, which is good. Alright, all of this is difficult terrain, so we're gonna get smacked if we move. That's not great. Let's let the Brimarack approach. Yeah, we might as well. Okay, I think we go over here for this thing. Safi, give us a heal. That's gonna be overheal. By a reasonable chunk. Raise our shield. Scarlet, let's hunt. I think this is lying to me and it's actually going to trigger an attack of opportunity. Oh, it didn't. I don't know why it's not, but... Alright, down to 2v2 with the most annoying things left. 5 resistance to everything. They're in difficult terrain. Okay, this will provoke. I don't want to step there because it'll provoke extra much, basically. So let's do a step-by-step guide. 1, 2, 3. We'll get swung at. That's fine. We get a Retributor Strike anyway. Then we move over to here. Miss. We can't actually move away fully. Toktar's right. We're really the only ones in serious threat right here, so... And I guess you also are. The hell with it, we'll trigger it. Alright, I thought we still had them all. Okay, well, this is probably not going to deal much damage, but it is at least vulnerable to precision. Yeah, that does not do much damage. And then just in case, we will lay on hands ourselves. Sure, I'll prevent it. And that allows us to move over here and swing. I should really just... Safi's chilling out over there. Here. Give a Inspire Heroics. Hooray. You're all a hero. Let's move over here. Missed with the needle darts. Okay, if we're gonna trigger stuff here, but we need to swap back. Or we could just disrupt our whole thing right there, because he's a jerk. I'll take that. I smacked you back for 22 damage. Alright, now we're down to 1 left. So we're going to trigger an attack moving over here. Alright, Toktar, protect us! Thank you, Toktar. Let's see if we can... Spire Heroics failed. We are just trying to take this guy out without using spells, because we still have at least 1 more encounter left, and I want to conserve all the spells if we can. Increase Bless Radius. Scarlet, move on over here. Hunt Prey, swing. One, 2, miss. But we'll get a chance to swing when he stands up. Right there.
Why was the demon burning down his own lab?
They're research notes on the Great Axiomatic Barrier.
That could explain Safi's question.
What? How?
The axiomatic barrier is now corrupted and profaned But with this research,
We could perhaps get it back,
perhaps we could not only prevent the Demon Lord's plan,
but also reform the planetary shield that protected our world for centuries.
Is that really possible?
Maybe. The Brimarack destroyed a lot of the research. We're not experts, and there aren't any Aeons left alive to help us.
but there is a chance, and so we shouldn't neglect it. Everyone, we need a short rest anyway. Use it to gather the remaining documents. We'll take all the data we can. And then, it's down to the ritual room.
Already? But what about the Demon Lord?
It is strange he didn't confront us yet.
Maybe he fled along with the rest of the demons.
That wouldn't surprise me.
Maybe, but you have a good point. The Demon Lord could still be here, so let's keep a possible ambush in mind as we go.
Well, the next encounter is called the Inevitable Death. You arrive at the antechamber of the ritual room. There's just one problem. I'm going to take a wild stab at this and say the one problem is the Inevitable Death, the Demon Lord. So, we will do that next time, and also conclude this. Did we get anything significant here? Does not really look like it. We already have 2 people with mauls if we need it, right? We have some money and nothing else really to do with it. Let's stick the shock on this. We'll deal with it if we find it. Okay. That would have been helpful versus those clockwork clockwork soldiers with clockwork shoulders as well, and clockwork everything. So yeah, we will pick up next time with the Inevitable Death. Then we have one long rest, and then one final encounter to close out the Profane Barrier. See you then.